Good morning and happy July 21st. It is Tuesday and we are in Page, Arizona. This video is going to have me in it and it's going to have Tootsie girl. So the boys are sleeping right now, so I figured we might try and change it up and add some cute furry friends today. Excuse me, I just woke up. It's around like 6:30ish, and we're trying to get an early start. We're going to head up the Grand Canyon today, and we are going to head down to Albuquerque, New Mexico. So it's going to be a bit of a hike today, similar to yesterday. So let's get into it. So yesterday we left San Diego and headed straight to here to be able to try and get here. The goal was to get here by sunset. We got here maybe like 15 minutes after, which was still fine. We had a really fun time driving, even though it was like a 9-hour drive from San Diego, but it was really neat, the trek that they took us. The GPS brought us through Las Vegas, so the kids who, you know, not knowing what Vegas is really about, really wanted to see Vegas. So it was really cool that we got a chance to kind of show them like the strip, and we didn't really have to get too crazy into the traffic in order for them to kind of understand just how much of a view it could be just driving by it. So we did see that, and we pulled an audible again yesterday, which worked out really well. We wound up kind of doing like a mini 5K to get there and back. On the way here, about 3 miles up the road from the campground is Horseshoe Bend, which was just a magnificent view. We got there like sunset, maybe like 3 minutes before we got there, but we got to see all the beautiful oranges and pinks, and the sky was just absolutely beautiful. So we definitely enjoyed it. We took a bunch of pictures, but it's about from the parking lot, it's about 1.5 miles each way, about like a 15-20 minute walk. But so Tootsie made the whole trek. We decided that since dogs were allowed, we were going to take her, and I'm super glad we did, because it was just something fun and silly, and the old girl made it in probably better time than this old girl, so leave it to me to come in at the caboose end of that train of P4. But it was good. We made it. We made it back. We got to the campground a little bit late, and the campground thus far, I mean, this is kind of the first time I'm seeing it during daylight hours, but the campground is really nice. We got lucky because they put us in a spot right by the entrance, so we didn't have to kind of curve through everything. Since we're just staying here at night, it makes it a little bit easier, especially because we were coming in after hours when it was going to be dark. So motorhome was all set up last night. Derek set it up. We got in and kind of settled and showered around 10. So we were definitely a little bit tired. Now remember, we went from California to Utah and Arizona, so we did jump forward an hour. So now that we're going back to kind of our normal time zone, we have to get used to the hours ahead. Yeah, so I'm going to do a quick 360 so everyone can kind of see. It's a beautiful campground, to the point where I'm almost mad that I didn't spend more time here, but because there are a couple extra canyons that we would have explored if we had an extra day or two, but I'm super excited that we got to see Horseshoe Bend. That was one of my wish list items, so I'm definitely glad we got to check it out and hike the hike. So this is our kind of parking spot. Right behind us is the office, which is right there, and the front gate is right back too. They do have an indoor pool. My feelings on that is, it's a beautiful pool, it's a beautiful facility. I'm still not 100% with COVID and everything to go into an indoor pool, so we really didn't miss much, because I probably would have been the meanie that said no to the pool. So I'm kind of glad we didn't have that opportunity. It's kind of big open spaces between the campsites. Not saying big open spaces, but the spaces are kind of one next to the other, so there's no markers or anything like that. You just kind of understand what's your spot and what's not your spot. They do have some really cool I don't see them, but they're covered wagons. So if you don't have an RV and you want to stay at a campground and kind of experience this style, they have some really cool covered wagons that you can rent, and just kind of gives you the feeling of the Old West. I mean, they're beautiful inside. They have your bed, they have the standard amenities. You would utilize the public restrooms, but they just look so awesome. I think that would be such a neat day, a neat way to spend the night. Even if you did have an RV, I still think it might be fun to park the RV and then stay in one of those for the night. But next time, that is on the list. So yeah, I definitely like it. There's not too many. Everyone was really respectful for the quiet hours, so that's why we were trying super duper hard to not make a ton of noise when we got here, because we just didn't want to be those jerks, right? We do get a really cool, oh, let me get my camera partner here. We do get a really cool view of some of the buttes in the background and some of the mountains. We are, like I said, right where we're staying is Page Lake Powell Campground. So Lake Powell is right up the street. Sorry, bug. Lake Powell is right up the street, and I'm looking forward to driving past that today during the daylight hours, because I'd like to see all of the houseboats. When we drove by yesterday, we were kind of in awe at the size of these houseboats. So we're going to probably drive through that, drive slow through past the lake, so we can check these out and kind of see, you know, another alternative living style. So that's it for now. I will post the pictures from yesterday, and there are quite a few of the bend, the horseshoe bend that we saw, just because it's a once in a lifetime probably for us. So so I'll post those, and I will try again to get the boys to post a recap video. Yesterday they were definitely snoozing while we drove, so it wasn't an argument that I was willing to have to wake them up to take a video. So I will do my due diligence, get them on it today. Until then, we will see you guys tomorrow. Hope everyone is good. Bye, toots. Bye. Goodbye.